Yeah, troopers, this is Random Game Channel. I wanted to talk about update 1.3 patch notes. So for those of you that haven't been in the loop yet, update with patch notes 1.3 came out on March 24th, 2025, which was earlier this week as of this recording right here. So there you go. Okay, so lots of things. So let's just gonna read through this thing together, okay? We're not gonna go through every single thing, maybe not. I'll pick and choose some stuff here that kind of caught my eye. But maybe we'll read through the whole thing. We'll see. See how much I can talk. My throat's sore, as is the usual. Alright, so what's going on? First thing, just note here that when you log in, all your settings will have been reset to default settings. So if you have your sound and sensitivity settings set to a particular way you liked, it'll be reset. So you need to redo all that stuff and fine tune it again. For anybody that has like accessibility settings like, you know, color blindness, screen shake, make sure you go back to those settings and redo them and put them back the way that was before. Just a little FYI, okay? So the big thing that's featured here is, well, there's two things. Stage weapon reloads. So it says all weapons except the split shotgun and slug now feature distinct reload stages. This means that if your reload is interrupted for any reason, resuming it will pick up from the most recent checkpoint. No more restarting the entire animation every time it's interrupted. Oh, a little typo right here. Oh no, there needs to be a space. Checkpoints occur at key moments in the reload process, such as removing a magazine, inserting a new one, or charging the weapon. Meaning pulling the bolt or the slide back on the weapon. Additionally, when you remove a gun's ammo source, its remaining ammo will either drop to 0 or 1 to reflect that the magazine has been taken out. Weapons that drop to 0 ammo, for example the flamethrower, must complete the reload before they can fire again. Weapons that retain 1 round in the chamber, for example the Mark I Rita, allow you to fire that last shot. And I'm a little bit sick, so I got a stuffy and runny nose. It'll be kind of hard to breathe and talk. So it sounds like I'm out of breath, because I am. No COVID, thank God. It's just changing weather, sick kind of thing. Where was I? Allow you to fire that last shot, but you need to reload before firing any more rounds. So this is a quality of life improvement that the people in the community's been asking about. It's really good. I mean, like, it's so subtle that if you're not really paying attention, keep an eye out for it, like, you wouldn't even notice it. That's how good that update is. Like, where you don't even have to really think about trying to, like, do that kind of thing. I just like the updates where, like, you don't really have to, like, change the way you play the game, like, in a big way. And this thing, it's so good. I don't have to worry about managing, like, my reloads anymore. That was a pain in the ass. Okay. Ultra dynamic sky weather. I know. People have been talking a lot of crap about it here and there. And then there's people like me. I really wasn't sure what this was going to be. But after experiencing it, man, it's so damn cool. I'm not going to spoil any visuals here in this particular video. This is something you gotta check out for yourself. Like, log into the game, get it rolling, and you gotta experience it, like I'm saying, for yourself. Because it's so damn cool. Alright. So, as you're playing the game, the more time you take to get through it, um, the higher chances that, like, for example, if you start in daytime, if you take forever to get through the game, you might actually end up being at nighttime. How cool is that? Alright. So God, my nose. Let's read through this. Valaka, Boreas, 90 Prime now have a day and night cycles. Doesn't mention X11, okay, so just keep that in mind. And dynamic weather. This means troopers will experience an always changing environment as they battle the bugs. Be it in the darkness of night, and emergent dust storms, which I have played through. Dust Storm is so goddamn cool. Like on Valaka, Mezzy and I recently played a game where all of a sudden a goddamn dust storm came through and I got like kind of goosebumps from it. And I was telling them like, yo, this is kind of like episode 2 from Star Wars when they're battling on Geonosis. Man, that was cool. Alright, and then sudden rain shower. Now I haven't come across this one yet. I really want to run into this one to see what that looks like. 'Cause like, for me, I always like looking at water effects in the game. Like any game. It's like water fascinates me. I like the sound of running water and I like looking at like dropping running water. It's very soothing. So I can't wait to run into this one. That's going to be awesome. I don't know what that's going to look like. And each planet has their own variety of weather systems, which will add new challenges for troopers to contend with. In addition to the idle weather, we have introduced extreme weather mutators. The existing sandstorm mutator has been adjusted to include more variation in intensity, rolling between mildly obscure to significantly blinding. How damn cool is that? That's gonna be awesome. I always liked that and Pitch Black because it adds like this extra element to the game that no other game that I've ever played has really done. Like the way that Aoi does. So they're slaying it with these new updates here. In addition to sandstorms, troopers will have to contend with new mutators as well, such as dramatic thunderstorms, freezing blizzards, and choking ash storms. So thunderstorms, I haven't really played through that at all, but Missy and I played and we had Pitch Black on a pump station on Valaka the other day, and there were some thunderstorms off in the vista, in the far reaches of the background, and that was so cool to see. I was like, damn. Imagine what it would be like if an actual thunderstorm was there. So cool. Alright, the new dynamic weather and day and night cycles allows us to bring the oft-beloved, occasionally dreaded, Pitch Black mutator to more planets. Pitch Black throws the troopers into a terrifying fight in the dark. Keep those light beacons and flashlights close. Missions with these extreme weather conditions will be included in the regular mission rotation. So, this is cool. They're bringing this back. The best mutator out there. You know what's the best of the best? Pitch Black with sandstorm, at least back in the early access days, you didn't see nothing. You could barely see a few feet ahead of you. It made the game so cool. Okay. Next big thing that they're doing here. So this first whole section here is like the featured stuff, and then like other things. Game XP predicts the I can't talk. My brain's moving a million miles ahead. My mouth cannot keep up. Game XP for disconnections. So whenever you disconnect now due to the game crashing or server disconnections, players will get XP. However, if you're a damn traitor, then forget it. You get nothing! Okay? Don't be a traitor. No one will like you, and no one will want to play with you. Alright, next big thing. Invite friends to your company. So now players can just, invite their friends directly to the company. You just need to open up the player profile, send a request that way, okay? Alright, weapon mods. The split shotguns. I believe these are the pump action ones, which I have been playing quite a bit. Speed loader is now available for split variants. Fast rack mechanism available on split slug. So basically, this one allows you, I think, to load a little bit faster. And this one, I think it allows you to rack and rechamber the shell a little bit faster every time you shoot. So every time you shoot, you gotta do that thing that does that a little bit faster, right? For those of you that don't know that stuff. So you pump it faster, which is nice. Of course, there's some cons to it. That always is. I think speed loader is you lose a couple of shells in your tube capacity, so you have 2 less shots to work with. I forget what fast rack was. I think maybe it was like more recoil. I only played actually with the fast rack mechanism a little bit, but more with the speed loader. The speed loader makes a world of difference. But really, check it out, play it. To me, fast rack mechanism, the recoil thing, if it does have that recoil thing, if I remember it right, it didn't really bother me too much. But the speed loader, so much better for the shotgun. Alright, next thing. Pylum surplus. I think this is like a new mutator. So they changed it up. It'll no longer replace every trooper's primary weapon with the pylum, which is the rocket launcher. So what happens now is, like, when you have this mutator on, you need to go out in the field, look for MI crates. Those will be limited number on the field, so you gotta go find it. I'm too much of a chicken to go out on my own, and really, I'm usually playing as a medic, so I'm sticking with the team in the main play area so that people stay alive. Rocket launcher is cool, but it's even more cooler to support the team, keep them alive. Alright, so here's the next big thing that I was like kind of surprised about. I didn't read this because it was a real one-liner when I first read it. So any darts, meaning the stim for the healing and the reviving, and the scan one, now draw from your utility ammo and interact with the perks utility, utilization, and utility satchel instead of bandolier. It's an interesting change. I mean, it looks like a pistol, it shoots like a pistol. and it made sense to use the magazine bandolier perk to give it more ammo. But it's also a utility, so it also makes sense that they switched it to getting more ammo from the utility satchel. Uh, so what does that mean? I don't know how many scan darts you get by default, because I don't really play that too much, but for the stim dart, um, you know, by default you start with 10 darts, right? So if you have the utility satchel, uh, you know, the thing that gives you +1 utilities, you'll get 20 shots total. At first when I played it, it's like, oh man, I used to, you know, do, um, well, I used to think like, when I first saw this, right, 30 darts, I kind of need all of them. And I felt kind of like upset a little bit that we lost 10 darts. Okay, that was my first impression. But after playing it for a few days, you know, I changed my loadout to use utility satchel. 20 darts, no problem. I'm still doing okay, not a problem. I'm having fun with it. Okay, I'm gonna say it again one more time. Not a problem. Nothing to go boo-hoo or cry about. Okay, this is a good change. It makes more sense to have it classify as a utility. So, you know, if you're having a little bit of difficulty with that change, just, you know, give it a try. Give it a shot. Literally, try to shoot it. Shoot the 20 darts. Uh, I adapted pretty quick, and I'm doing okay. No problem at all. Okay. Client performance improvements. Let's see. It looks like it's just a bunch of rendering improvements. You can read these things if you like. Just making the game a little bit more pretty. Looks like they did something with hit detection for the bugs and trying to prevent them from colliding with each other. I guess that's like part of like pathing improvement. Epic settings got something. Inferno bug explosions, fire effects have been optimized for better performance. That's good, because those things can really overload people's processes and systems if we can't really handle it. Like higher levels, higher quality levels. Let's see. I don't really do the Steam Deck because I don't have one. I'm poor. But if you have one, you want to give one to me, that's cool. I'll take it. So go ahead and read that yourselves. Highlights here. Let's see. They're doing something with video settings for the Steam Deck. Player's avatar now correctly displays your Steam avatar instead of default Trooper one. That's cool. I like mine. Fist in the air. Let's see. Weapon swap will not cancel melee animation or cooldowns. Okay. Walk-ins trigger now correctly deals damage when triggering with high-X grenade equipped. Honestly, I don't really notice that. That's cool. Speed stim fabs can now be destroyed when shot by the player. Good, because I hate the speed stim. It's kind of just useless for a medic. As a medic, you kind of want to heal and revive and not make everyone super fast. Like, I don't know why I'd use it, ever. Right? So this one, I was really sad to see. Friendly fire has been removed from SOG missions. now I can't experiment with medic stuff in the SOG missions. Uh, so for those of you that have seen that video where I test out the max range for uh, on your feet perk, you know, the thing that lets you shout at troopers to revive them, that's where I was able to play around with that perk and determine that 22 meters is the max distance you can be to use that. So I'm a little sad to see that go, but oh well. I'll find other ways. I'll adapt. Alright. Fix an issue where the medic stim dart cannot heal AI teammates in SOG. That's actually good because that was an issue. I'm glad that they caught it and fixed it. So it kind of just made that thing useless. Alright. I don't have a console because I'm poor. If you have one and you want to give one to me, that would be great too. I'll take it off your hands. So I don't know anything about consoles. So I can't really speak on any of this stuff, but from what I've seen in the Discord, some messages came through. People are saying that a lot of the performance stuff and crashes are like no longer prevalent for them. So take that with a grain of salt. You need to check this out for yourself because I don't know anything about consoles, okay? So check it out. UI, god damn, that's a lot of stuff. I guess we could redo the whole thing. Corrected English text showing for personal points on horde mode. Don't know what that is. Corrected language issue with high and low toggle for sound quality in the settings menu. Okay. Corrected missing translations for mission objectives and matches previously showing English text. Okay, that's good because you want to make sure everything's saying the right thing in other languages. Fix 4 to 16 players text main missions window. Mistakenly displayed as a date in Canadian, I think? Or is that Chinese? I don't know. Wait, why am I saying Canadian? It's either English or French. That's probably Chinese. And what, DE Dutch? I should know. I worked with a little bit of languages stuff on my last line of work. With like maps and stuff, making sure that name labels are correct. Foolish me, get this mixed up. Okay. Fix a bug where pause menu attack map scoreboard screens will close automatically upon taking damage. I have not run into that ever. Fixed an issue where SOG squad mates health bars were not displayed in the player's head. Can't remember. Fixed double space was galactic front screen. Okay, we're just gonna kind of skim through these. I don't know if we need to read through all this. Oh, here we go. This one. Alright, here we go. Fixed issue where squad push to talk was improperly visible on the audio settings menu. I think I have seen that issue pop up. It'll just like show like the speaker icon and not the name of the person every time someone was saying something. But I'm still seeing that now. So I don't know. I guess it kind of depends on your system if it works or not. Let's see. Steam, or not Steam, team text in chat was shown as untranslated in certain locales. I think I still might have seen this. It just comes out as like gibberish. Like that one font, what's it called? Like Wingdings is like icons font. Saw that a couple times still. Let's see. Um, Anything else? Fix a server crash that occurred in Arc Comms map during gameplay. Don't know what that is. Never ran into it. Yeah, not much. You can read through this if you like. Oh, here. This one. Oh, this one and this one. Okay, so proximity push to talk is now properly labeled as local voice chat in the audio settings menu for clarity. So this, when I first started playing the game, I was confused. Like, I thought that proximity push to talk was like for your specific squad, and I didn't realize that it's just for the people immediately around you. Didn't really give a definition of what that was. And then the other one, oops, let me check OBS. I think it's recording my audio. I see the mic thing going up and down every time I talk. Shoot, I should have checked that. OBS is always crapping out. But the other one is team push to talk is now correctly labeled as team voice chat in the audio settings. Team push to talk was actually for the entire 16-player group that you're in the game. They're able to hear you. That's what that is. It's now relabeled as team voice chat. Team does not mean your specific squad that you're in. It's the entire 16-player group can hear you. Okay. Some audio stuff. Not much of an issue for me. You can read through this now. Art and animation. You can read through it. I didn't really have too much problems with this. Wait, what's that? Starport. No, okay. So this stuff here, gameplay in general fixes. All right, I think we're gonna read through all this. Try to get through that. First one, added the missing deliver ore to the silo secondary objective on the attack map for relevant missions. Okay. Adjusted World got AI behavior, so it no longer attempts to stand over players before attacking. I think I've seen that. So yeah. Good, that's fixed. Adjusted the fire visual effects, I think that's what that is. To prevent premature collision effects when firing through an electric fence. Okay, that's good. So I think it should look like it's going through it now, if I understand that right. E-Post 88 bullet explosion now correctly persists when reaching max range while in siege mode. Okay. Enemies, bugs, will no longer start moving while still in the recovery animation after being stunned. Fast firing weapons with small scopes no longer cause large random flashes that obscure the gunner walls. Good. Fix an issue where squad members could get stuck inside a refinery in SOG Mission 3. Huh. I don't remember seeing that, or if I did, I didn't realize. Good that they caught it. Fix a bug causing AI troopers to remain stuck in a reloading state when using pump action shotguns. Cool. Fix a bug where AI troopers' health would continuously deplete after exposure to a chem grenade during SOG mission. Ooh, okay. Fix an issue where a tiger could spawn stuck in the ceiling of a narrow tunnel. SOG mission 9. I don't think I've seen that. Fix a context where a player could repeatedly trigger Stim's use on target, prompt on invalid targets. Okay. Fix a discrepancy where the Chi Hong grenade launcher showed less damage on stat screen than it actually dealt. Fix the mission failure bug where players would fail the mission or dead right after completing an objective and before the new respawn point appeared. That's crazy. So this one, fix an exploit where players could farm XP using the medic's first aid stim dart on the bunker in AAS missions. So there you go, people. They finally took care of it, okay? Or took care of it. So this is what you get when you exploit the game. They take it away from you, okay? I don't like people who exploit the game like that. And I've seen people, it's so stupid. Just sit in the bunker the whole mission, stim darting people. Sometimes they pair up and they stim dart each other and get XP. Yeah, what's the point of like farming XP if you're gonna do it that way? You're not actually playing the game. Where's the fun in that? Alright, so I'm happy that they fixed this so people don't do that anymore. Basically, if it's two people doing it, you pretty much have two less guns for, you know, people to shoot with in combat. It makes the game that much harder. It kind of takes up room for people that actually want to play the game. Okay, so F you guys that exploited that. Alright, fix exploit where a trooper could gain XP from present arms perk when other teammates died. I don't know what that is. But okay, must have been something crazy. Fix an issue where AI troopers would constantly miss their shots when a drone bug was in close proximity during SOG missions. Yeah, this one has been around since when they first made SOG missions. Really weird, like the drone bugs would just then rotate around the AI troopers. Like there was like a little planetoid, and they would then become like this hula hoop thing, and it would rapidly rotate around them. Really weird to watch. So I'm glad they fixed that. I made the AI troopers like useless. Fix an issue where bugs get stuck underneath Horde. Assume that's Fuel Depot Processing 1 map. That's good. I've seen them get stuck random places, so maybe that's it. Fix an issue where Guardian UAV did not consistently fire on enemies. That was one of the reasons why I never used it. And I just find the other stuff more useful. Fix an issue where Pylon rocket launcher was not dealing damage to eggs in the high punt mission? Oh, that's surprising. That's good though. Fix an issue where twin MG emplacement did not display sparks and smoke visual effects when at low health. I honestly don't use them too much anymore, so I wouldn't know, but that's good they caught that. Alright. Oops, let's kind of scroll this down a little bit. Fix enemy pathing issues in build zone A and Boreas, preventing enemies from getting stuck in specific spots. That's good. I've seen them get stuck randomly, either out on the surface or inside a rock, so maybe that's what that's for. Fixed issue where disconnecting and reconnecting controller while company prompts were displayed causes soft lock. Ooh, that's scary. Fix issues where enemies with orange blood produce green blood cloud visual effects when struck by explosives. Wow, didn't notice that. Fix issue where failed matchmaking attempts wouldn't show an error leaving players stuck with a timer. I don't know, man. Like, I I have issues with matchmaking, so I don't know if this is related to it, but it takes forever sometimes, right? Like 10-15 minutes. Fixed issue where players would get soft blocked after closing the pause menu quickly after tabbing back into the game. Oh, that's weird. Fixed issue where shotguns would clip into the player's camera while sprinting and swapping weapons. Fixed issue where the beacon would float on certain structures when planted. Whoa, that's weird. Fix the issue where Demolisher did not gain the expected 30% damage boost to explosives when using certain items. Honestly, I don't know how you know, but it's cool that they fixed it. It would be cool to see like the percent boost when you're looking at the weapon stat itself, but in game when you're playing, I have no idea what that is supposed to look like. Fixed issue where the player could click the redeploy button during the extraction phase, preventing unintended actions. Oh wow. Fixed problems where many hotkeys bound to the top face button in the main menu were not functional while using a controller on the PC. Interesting. Fixed the issue where the warning sound effects, if that's right, for Chi Hong adhesive rounds are playing correctly. Frost bugs now properly maintain their corpses cannot be cleared by bullet damage. Didn't even know that. Flamethrower fire stains on the ground now remain visible even when the player switches weapons or utilities. Cool. Guardian Siege mode allowed, or a Siege mode shield now correctly displays textures on the inside, even in dark areas. Light beacon now correctly disappears instantly when picked up by the user. Okay. Rita XXX ADS behavior now functions correctly after being down and revived, resolving this brief scope malfunction. Never had that. Mighty Trooper special ability Medical UAV now continuously heals allies as intended. This right here I didn't even realize was an issue. But what they're saying is that if you watched my old tips video for the UAV drone, you'll see that if a trooper is hurt, meaning they've been damaged, and if they're near a medic and they haven't been damaged recently, they'll be healed passively by the medical UAV. And before this update was introduced, it was very, very subtle. You had to be paying attention to it to see it actually working. Occasionally you would see like green mist being sprayed around. Whenever that's being sprayed around, that means it's passively healing somebody. And it still has that visual effect. But what I didn't know was that it had stopped working at some point. And with this recent change, with a handful of games I've been playing since Monday, it's very noticeable now. And it actually heals them up pretty quick. So I really like that change, and it just makes the medic's job a little bit easier. I think, this is my opinion, I could be wrong, but I think the hardest class to play is the medic, because you gotta do so many different things. You gotta manage troopers, you gotta manage their health, revive them, and sometimes you gotta like not fight at all because people are dropping left and right. And if you're really diving into support role, you gotta make sure the base is repaired, things are built, you're not really in active combat all the time, you're placing your stim fabs in accessible places. So it makes all that a little bit easier. But I really like this update because it makes the mech's job easier. Tangent aside, let's keep moving forward. Overcharge module. Emplacements can no longer be overcharged from too far away. Makes sense. Portable sentry turret can no longer be placed on or inside buildings before being built. That makes sense. So the portable sentry turret is for the Guardian class. It's that little utility that they can like throw out on the field that like has a turret. So that's what that is. Resolve the bug causing the trooper to spawn at the top of mobile HQ when starting game in Horde game mode. Okay. Resolve the bug where the ranger did not receive the boost jet benefit when using it on steep slopes and ramps. Interesting. I've ran into that a few times. I thought that was intended because you're trying to boost up a slope or a ramp. I just assumed that it wasn't getting enough boost, so you needed to jump or something. Resolve the bug where the Royal Guard in SLG Mission 21 was spawned mid-air instead of the intended location. Interesting. I think I might have seen that before. But I didn't say anything because I was like confused. Didn't realize that was a big deal. Yeah, my bad if I didn't really say anything there. Resolve an issue where canisters could still be deposited in mobile HQ and Arc after being thrown. Ooh, okay. Resolve missing collision on stone meshes in Agony Prime, preventing unintended player movement through objects. Server checkpoint XP issue fixed. Pending XP will now correctly override server checkpoint XP when a player quits the match, preventing the overriding bug. Okay. Don't know what that's for or what I was trying to do. Twin split slug shotgun. This is the pump one. Now correctly prevents the fins from popping out after reloading and firing. That's cool. Alright, so that was a lot of reading. Gameplay journal fixes. Lots of other stuff I didn't really go through. But check it out. Read through it. Experience these things for yourself. Let me know what you think of the dynamic sky weather system. Like I personally think this is like really damn cool. It makes the worlds feel more alive, and I'm really enjoying this so far. So if anyone from Alway's watching this, this right here, that's super cool. I really like it. You and your team have done an absolutely fantastic job with this. Really love it. Yeah, keep up the good work, y'all. Slaying it right there. Alright. If I remember, I will include this link in the video description if you don't know where to find it. Okie dokie, troopers. That's it for this one. I will catch you all there, and see you.